y'all, welcome back. I've got our cake baked, and I just cut that layer in two with a serrated knife. All we're going to do is take some fresh grapefruit sections, put this on top of the filling that we've put on our first layer of cake. Now we're going to take our top layer and we're just going to put it on top of the grapefruit and the icing. Our icing is real simple to make. It's just 1 12-ounce container of soft cream cheese, 3/4 a cup of powdered sugar, 2 teaspoons of fresh grapefruit juice, 1 teaspoon grapefruit zest, and 6 drops of a yellow food coloring. And we're just gonna frost this cake, tops and sides. I'm gonna be making this for my fat boy. So, I'm just gonna put a few pieces of grapefruit section just like this. It's beautiful, isn't it? I'm gonna taste that in a few minutes, but I want to share with y'all an email that I got from a viewer. It was so sweet. I get a lot of mail. And this email came from a young woman named Becky. Her grandmother lived in Northeast Florida for over 40 years. She said every Sunday we'd wake up to the smell of her making her special breakfast, homemade biscuits and milk gravy. It was heaven, she says. And I can't tell you what I wouldn't give for just one more Sunday with my Bomba. We're going to see if we can help her with some biscuits. Hey, Becky!
You're going to make me cry. And listening to you read that email made me want to cry.
Listen, it's so sweet. So often we lose those recipes. So I'm going to see if I can't help you.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, honey. So let's start by making the biscuit.
Okay.
Now we have some flour, little sugar, baking powder, baking soda, and buttermilk.
Okay.
And of course, the thing that makes it so good, and that's the shortening. So let's measure out 3 cups of all-purpose flour into our bowl.
I warned you I'm not a good cook. So.
Listen, I bet you're a better cook than you
I'm
give
not.
yourself
My
credit
husband
for.
is the cook in our family. I'm very blessed. He is.
Now we are going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar.
Okay.
Now we need 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Now because we're using buttermilk, we're going to add some soda to our biscuits. 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda.
All right.
Now the last thing we're going to add is about 1/2 teaspoon of salt.
Okay.
So if you'll take your fork now and just fluff all your ingredients together.
All right.
We've got 1/2 cup of solid shortening here. Put that into your
That doesn't
flour.
look healthy. There we go.
When you're eating a biscuit,
You don't care, do you?
anybody really care?
No. Does this look like I'm doing it correctly?
It looks like you're doing it correctly, and maybe by tomorrow we'll have it cut in.
There you go. You be nice to me. I can't do it.
So you just keep cutting, girl.
All right.
And I'll start pouring in your buttermilk for you, and you can just work that buttermilk into your dry ingredients. There you go. And you can see that your dough is really, really wet now. If you want to wash your hands off, just help yourself. We're going to move our bowl on over here. Knead this dough just a few times.
Okay.
We don't want to overwork it, though, because that'll make our biscuits tough.
Am I doing it correctly?
Yes, you're doing it correctly. All right, that looks great. So we wound up using a cup of buttermilk. All right, so I'm just going to put that down just like that. Now we're going to take our rolling pin, we're going to dust it with flour, and then we're just going to gently roll out our biscuit dough.
Okay. May I do that?
Yes, you
Yay!
may.
Okay.
There you go. I would stop right there if I were you, because I like thicker biscuits.
I do too.
All right, now here's your flour, and here are your biscuit cutters. So just dip your biscuit cutter down in there.
Okay.
And press it down into your dough. These are great looking biscuits, girl. So I'll spray the pan for you, and you just lay those biscuits out the way you like them. So now I'm just going to push down the middle of these because the last thing that we're going to do.
Butter.
You got it. Hit it, girl. I don't think
right.
you need any directions on that, do you?
No. I like a lot of butter. Is that okay?
No, that's not okay. Of course it's okay, girl. All right, our biscuits are ready to go in the oven, and hopefully these are going to live up to Becky's memory of her Bomba's biscuits. So we're going to bake these now. Put those in the oven, 450, and we'll probably bake them for about 14 minutes. Coming up, I'm making a milk gravy.
It's delicious. It makes me want to cry.
Does it?
It does.
And later, fried crabs, y'all, just like my grandma Pa used to make. Lay these crab on your guests, and they will love them.